Hello Manchester United fans. A huge midfield development is now taking place behind the scenes, and the Red Devils could be preparing to make another major move in the transfer market. The search for a third midfielder is continuing, and the latest reports suggest that Manchester United are seriously considering Roma's Manu Koné and Brighton's Carlos Baleba. But there is also another massive name attracting attention, because Real Madrid could reportedly be willing to listen to offers for Eduardo Camavinga in the region of £42 million to £51 million. This means Manchester United could now have three major midfield options on their radar as the club continues its rebuild. The most important development right now is the situation surrounding Manu Koné. Manchester United are reportedly tentatively exploring a deal for the Roma midfielder, while sources in France believe that the Red Devils could currently be leading the race to sign the Frenchman. This is a major development because Koné is exactly the type of midfielder that Manchester United have been looking for. He brings physicality, aggression, energy, and the ability to carry the ball through midfield. He is capable of winning challenges, covering ground and driving the team forward when the midfield needs more intensity. For Manchester United, this type of player could be extremely important. The Premier League is one of the most physically demanding leagues in world football, and United need midfielders who can compete in difficult matches against the strongest teams. Koné has the physical profile to deal with that intensity, but he is also technically capable of progressing the ball and helping his team move from defense into attack. His ability to combine defensive aggression with forward movement could make him a very interesting option for Michael Carrick's side. The fact that Manchester United are now exploring the possibility of a deal for Koné is something that supporters will be watching closely. Of course, no transfer is completed until the clubs reach an agreement, but the reports suggesting that United could lead the race will certainly create excitement among Red Devils fans. If the club can move quickly and convince the player that Old Trafford is the right destination, Koné could become a very serious candidate for the third midfield signing. However, Manchester United have not forgotten about Carlos Baleba. Sky Sports News has previously reported the club's long-term interest in the Brighton midfielder, and despite Baleba struggling for consistency and form last season, he remains a player of interest to Manchester United. The latest reports suggest that United have moved to revisit the possibility of a deal for the young midfielder, showing that the club's interest has not disappeared. Baleba is another player who possesses an extremely attractive profile for the Premier League. He is powerful, athletic, and capable of covering large areas of the pitch. When he is playing with confidence, Baleba can dominate the midfield physically, win possession, and carry the ball forward. His ability to combine strength with mobility is one of the reasons why top clubs have continued to monitor his development. For Manchester United, Baleba could represent a long-term investment. The club would not simply be signing a player for the next season. They would be bringing in a young midfielder who could potentially develop into one of the best players in his position. His physical qualities are already impressive, and with the right coaching and consistency, his potential could be enormous. The fact that Manchester United have revisited Baleba's situation is extremely interesting. His difficult form last season may have created doubts, but United appear to believe that his long-term potential remains too significant to ignore. Top clubs often look beyond one difficult season, and Manchester United may believe that Baleba still has the qualities required to become a dominant midfielder at Old Trafford. But then there is Eduardo Camavinga, and this could be the most exciting name of all. According to The Guardian, Real Madrid would reportedly be willing to listen to offers between £42 million and £51 million for the French midfielder, amid interest from Manchester United. If this information is accurate, it could create a major opportunity for the Red Devils. Camavinga is already a player who has performed at the highest level of European football. He has played for Real Madrid, competed in major matches, and experienced the pressure that comes with representing one of the biggest clubs in the world. His technical ability, intelligence, athleticism, and versatility make him a player who could immediately improve the quality of Manchester United's midfield. Unlike Koné and Baleba, Camavinga already has experience at the very highest level. He has competed for major trophies and played alongside some of the best players in world football. That experience could be extremely valuable for Manchester United, especially as the club looks to rebuild and compete again at the top of the Premier League. The reported valuation is also what makes this situation so interesting. If Real Madrid are genuinely willing to listen to offers between £42 million and £51 million, then Manchester United may consider Camavinga a serious opportunity. A player of his quality becoming potentially available in that price range would naturally attract attention from major clubs across Europe. However, Manchester United fans must also understand that a willingness to listen to offers does not mean a transfer is guaranteed. There would still be negotiations with Real Madrid, personal terms to agree with the player, and competition from other clubs. Camavinga would also have to decide whether leaving Madrid would be the right decision for his career. Nevertheless, the fact that Manchester United are being linked with a player of Camavinga's quality shows the level of ambition surrounding the midfield rebuild. The club is not simply looking for an ordinary squad player. Manchester United want a midfielder capable of changing the way the team plays. This is why the search for a third midfielder is so important. The Red Devils need more balance in the centre of the pitch. For years, Manchester United have struggled with controlling matches, protecting the defence, and progressing the ball consistently. The club needs players who can win possession, resist pressure, move the ball forward, and provide energy throughout the match. Manu Koné, Carlos Baleba, and Eduardo Camavinga all offer different qualities. Koné brings power, aggression, and intensity. Baleba brings youth, physical dominance, and huge potential. Camavinga brings elite experience, technical quality, and the ability to perform at the highest level. The decision could ultimately depend on what Manchester United want their midfield to become. If the club wants a powerful midfielder capable of dominating physical battles, Koné could be the ideal option. If United want to invest in a young player with the potential to become a future superstar, Baleba could be the target. And if the club wants a proven elite midfielder who has already performed at the highest level, Camavinga could be the dream signing. For Michael Carrick, having options like these could be extremely important. A manager needs different types of midfielders to deal with different opponents and different tactical situations. There are matches where the team needs physical power, matches where it needs ball control, and matches where it needs defensive discipline. A player like Koné could bring intensity and aggression to the midfield. Baleba could give the team strength and energy while continuing to develop. Camavinga could offer the technical quality and experience required to control matches at the highest level. This is exactly why the next few weeks could be crucial for Manchester United. The club must decide which player represents the best combination of quality, price, potential, and tactical fit. The wrong signing could create more problems, but the right midfielder could completely transform the team. The Manu Koné situation is particularly exciting because reports from France suggest that Manchester United could be leading the race. Transfer situations can change quickly, and other clubs could enter the race. But if United have genuinely positioned themselves at the front, then the club will need to act decisively. Carlos Baleba is also a player that Manchester United clearly continue to admire. The club's decision to revisit the possibility of a deal shows that the interest remains serious. Brighton would likely make any negotiation difficult, but United may believe that Baleba's potential makes the investment worthwhile. Then there is Camavinga, who could represent the biggest opportunity. If Real Madrid are prepared to listen to offers in the reported £42 million to £51 million range, Manchester United will have to seriously consider whether this is a chance they cannot afford to miss. Imagine Manchester United signing a midfielder who has already experienced the pressure of playing for Real Madrid and competing in the biggest matches in European football. Camavinga has the technical ability to play under pressure, the athleticism to compete in the Premier League, and the versatility to operate in different midfield roles. For a club like Manchester United, that kind of experience could be incredibly valuable. The Red Devils need a midfield that can compete against the likes of Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. They need players who can handle the intensity